Welcome gamers, Hazardor here, and today I'm going to tell you how The Witcher 3 ruined the gaming industry. Yes, that's right, the best game of 2015, one of my favourite games of all time, has ruined gaming. How? Well, I'm going to tell you. In my personal opinion, The Witcher 3 has set the bar way too high for video games in many different aspects. In terms of the open world, in terms of RPG elements, in terms of what developers should actually be like. CD Projekt RED are one of the best developers I've ever played games from, in terms of offering us free content and patching the game, in terms of how DLC is handled and how much content DLC actually offers us, and simply what a modern day video game should be like. Now I may sound like a bit of a fanboy, but The Witcher 3 is one of the best games I've ever played, possibly my favourite game of all time, and since that game came out, no game has matched the quality of The Witcher 3 in loads of different aspects, and that has led to lots of video games being regarded as disappointing, didn't live up to the hype, or the game in general wasn't that good. And I think a big reason for that is for people who played The Witcher 3 have seen what a real game should look like, and everything that they play after that just seems a little bit disappointing. It doesn't matter if it's Mass Effect Andromeda, Dark Souls 3, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, The Division, Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo. None of these games can match The Witcher 3 in certain aspects. Of course, for example, Dark Souls 3 does have better combat than The Witcher 3, but in certain little aspects, The Witcher 3 absolutely wipes the floor in these games. It doesn't matter if it's in terms of the open world, interesting characters, dialogue, DLC content, the RPG elements, the progression system of the game, graphically, it doesn't matter. The Witcher 3 smashes loads of games nowadays, and the game came out 2 years ago. For example, let's take Horizon Zero Dawn. This game was absolutely amazing, there's no doubt about that, but does it have a more interesting open world than The Witcher 3? No chance whatsoever. Now, let's take Final Fantasy 15 into the equation. Is Noctis a better protagonist than Geralt? I mean, if you say yes, you're absolutely crazy. Mass Effect Andromeda, does that game have more content than The Witcher 3 and have more hours of gameplay? No chance, there just is no chance whatsoever. And in general, I feel The Witcher 3 outclasses so many games nowadays that they are regarded as disappointing and just not living up to previous games. I mean, a lot of people did mention the comparisons between Mass Effect Andromeda to The Witcher 3 in terms of facial animations, and that game, as I said, came out 2 years ago. So a lot of people who played The Witcher 3 and thoroughly enjoyed it do keep comparing games that come out nowadays to The Witcher 3, and I do feel that that game was so perfect that no games nowadays can live up to that expectation. And possibly, if you have not played The Witcher 3, I may be coming across as a little bit of a fanboy, but go and play it. You will realise how amazing that game actually is, and is so incredible in loads of different aspects that simply it outclasses loads of games that come out nowadays, and I don't think there is a better developer in the world than CD Projekt RED. So overall, I really do feel The Witcher 3 is one of the best games ever made, especially within its genre. I mean, any game that comes out in the future that's open world, it's got a fantasy element to it, it's going to have to be absolutely incredible to be better than The Witcher 3. I think Skyrim, for example, doesn't compare to The Witcher 3. It's a very good game, but I've played both, and The Witcher 3 is just so much more interesting in my opinion. I mean, take the fantasy element out of it. Any open world game that comes out in the future has got a massive name to live up to, and that name is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So yeah, to any game developers out there, good luck in matching the quality of The Witcher 3. Now, despite the title of the video, I am no way whatsoever blaming CD Projekt RED, of course. I mean, of course you can't say to someone, you suck because you've made one of the best video games of all time, but in my opinion, as I've already stated, they have set the bar way too high for the video game industry, especially for open world games. And if they ever make The Witcher 4 with better graphics and overall make the game better in certain little aspects, it could possibly be the best video game ever produced. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, like, comment and subscribe for more.